Chant, Osceola, Renegade, and the Florida State Seminoles, a place simply known to some as the Dope. A huge opportunity for both of these teams to get a boost and find a way to break into the top 25 if they can come out with a victory. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole Award chant will be rocking this place. This game could have a huge impact on the trajectory of both teams' seasons as each are trying to break into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Noles will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looks as if he's going to run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Razorbacks want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're just continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Looking to pass. It's Hawkins. Got a man. It's Cobb. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Guys, when you think about Arkansas, the sound you're hearing. The Seminole War chant is going full throat. This game today could be an inflection point for both of these teams, as each hoping to use it as a springboard to get into the top 25. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Arkansas Razorbacks, taking on a team from the Big 12, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Seminoles will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Looking for a man, it's Hawkins. Quick strike complete. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Both these teams just outside the top 25 and really needing to win a game like this to vault their way into the rankings.
And it's just amazing winning a game like this, what it can do for your program, right? Recruiting, your confidence, everything is better when you've got the number beside your name. And David, one of these two teams is going to get that number if they pull out the win.
No doubt, and you continue to start the season off and build, right? Because you started with preseason, you start with getting into the year, and now you're starting to build and build and build and build that momentum. Getting a win against a really good team, finding out who you are, can set the tone for your season.
Caught behind the line. It's Johnson. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Shotgun snap on third down. Rushes on him. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a fourth down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on fourth down in their first drive. It's incomplete, and the defense makes the stop and gets the football back.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point of going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Wide receiver going in motion. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Found a little running room, and they get him stopped after a pickup of 6 to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
And the Noles can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Handoff from the gun. Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
The Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on third and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw it, Sperry. Fires to the middle. Can't make the grab on third down, and that is a rare drop for this guy.
And that doesn't happen very often. That's their go-to guy. I love the way they move him around the field, and they try to attack the middle with him to get the ball in his hands and let him do some damage. And he shows you the drop. Okay, it's in there, but it doesn't happen very often.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
He had nowhere to go with the football. 4th down, you know he wants to make a play. I'd like for him to throw it up, to be honest. Try to give somebody an opportunity to make a play. Who cares if I throw a pick? It's 4th down anyways, but couldn't find anybody to get the ball off. Defense surrounds him, gets him to the ground with the sack.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. It's picked up, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Well, we know these were slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There was a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. Much of this Seminole foundation was built around great quarterback play, some legends at that position.
Some awesome guys that spread it around to elite playmakers, and just a great history at Florida State. They've been up and down in their recent history, but this team back in the day, man, Doak was rocking. Everybody wanted to be a Florida State Seminole.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
To the air, it's Berry. That's reeled in, it's Williams. Good execution, they move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a 1st down just outside the red zone. The Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Looking down the middle, and wings it incomplete.
Well, that's one the offense would love to have back. That's a play they practice over and over and over. They feel like they can run that play in their sleep, not able to connect there.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Buying some time. Gets rid of it. Quickly to the tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. Splits the uprights. Good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their to the ground with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Hawkins. Finds the tight end. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling there out to the 35. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, it's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he uses the stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Sperry. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Nice job there to limit the running room, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. We've come to the end of the period, and Florida State has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Yeah, and that's the hard thing about these QBs that can move and run all over the place and give you so many options is that didn't even look like much, but he chews up so much yardage, and gets those little gains that just death by 1,000 cuts that continue to happen with this offense.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
None of the offense. The offense goes with the run on 3rd and goal, thinking they can push it in there and be physical. The defense is having absolutely none of that. Nice job by the defense, committing to the run, being physical, and stuffing this offense.
And the Seminoles will come to the line to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And he will take it in. Touchdown, Florida State.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Texas has a lead right now in Austin, but they've been in a dogfight so far and just haven't been able to pull away. They're up by just 1 over SMU. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Send that offense back onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some kind of offense down 10-0. Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6. The Razorbacks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down. No huddle here for the offense. Dropping back, it's Hawkins. Spits it out to the back. With the catch, it's Johnson. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. The short hands, it's Brown. Let's talk for a second about Arkansas. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, David?
That means your system and your culture is working, because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they can do something very special this season.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the Dome. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. And the Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Snap it to the back. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Here comes the hurry-up. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16. This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Back to pass, it's Hawkins. Fires to the end zone. He makes a grab. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
Touchdown, Razorbacks! Quick strike through the air for the score. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost him.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And these edge rushers, man, they're so athletic nowadays. They can get to the quarterback, bend that corner so quickly, get him on the ground before he knows what hits him. How about that defensive end and that speed off the edge?
That's caught. It's Golden. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line. And when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
This receiver is such a weapon, and he has so much speed, and he can generate explosive plays for your offense, not just running go routes and post routes, but how about throwing him the drag, letting him catch it, and use his speed to turn it upfield.
Back to throw. It's Sperry. Makes the grab on the left. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36.
Listen, at this point, the end of the 1st half, you're trying to generate some points. 1st downs are the most important thing. So a really good job there converting on that 3rd. I love the decision by the quarterback. You kind of wonder, though, are they going to want to be a bit more aggressive and maybe start taking some more shots and attack?
The Noles have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. The give is to Williams. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snagged in the middle. It's Peters. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They try to go draw, but there's just way too much penetration in the middle of the offensive line, and that the offense has a negative play.
Dropping back, it's Sperry. Release to the back. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Taking it the other way. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running.
offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. And I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And the Seminoles have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Floating away. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clock winding towards 0. They'll get one more snap off. Right back to the well. And he's taken down after a short gain, and that'll do it for us here in the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Razorbacks will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. If he was gambling on that return, it did not pay off. He's out of bounds at his own 6. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They started this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Leaves it with the running back. Knocked down after a pickup of 3 to the 12.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It's complete to the left. There he goes. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
Back to throw, it's Sperry. Makes the grab, it's Golden. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
And the Noles have their offense in high gear. Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. Connection to the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. The give is to Williams. They make the stop, but he got work done on the ground, picking up 6 to the 23.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Seminoles!
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Ole Miss showed its toughness on the road and picked up a crucial victory. And every win counts, don't get me wrong, but the victories outside of the comforts of home can really serve as a springboard. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Grabbed in the middle. It's Cobb. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Direct snap. And some room to work. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. And the Razorbacks want to crank the tempo.
And the defense gives up the first down. And oh, here they go. They're going fast. No time to substitute. Got to communicate quickly and get back on the line of scrimmage.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The Razorbacks will have it 1st and 10.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Looking to throw, it's Hawkins. That's caught. It's Cobb. No chance to run, but still a solid pickup on that one. A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And that's so tough as a defense because they only got to get inches. But I got to find a way to somehow get a knockback, stop the running back's feet. Right there, I couldn't do it. He gets downhill just enough, and he gets the first down.
It's a good job, too, there on third down by the offense because a major statistic in football in terms of winning and losing is how good are you at staying on the field, keeping drives alive. Whether it's 3rd and long or 3rd and inches, you just have to go execute, and they do it.
Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down. He's going to run it. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Razorbacks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Got it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Arkansas! These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Sperry. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Makes the tackle right at the 21-yard line. Pickup of 10 on the play, and his offense is threatening with a first down. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. After swapping ends of the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Looking to throw for it. Now he's going to break the pocket. Caught close to the marker. It's blue. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Defenses are put in such a tough spot when offenses get in third and short because the whole playbook is open and they go with the pass. I love it. They sneak the pass in there. Nice success. Great job by the quarterback getting rid of the football, getting the first down, now set up first and goal.
The touch pass goes absolutely nowhere, knocked down for a loss. Defensive coordinator showing heat before the snap. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Pocket breaking down. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3. Touchdown, Razorbacks! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. He had him open there, and I know this quarterback expects to make that throw.
It's a tough throw because, again, you got a couple steps on a guy. That's not wide open. These DBs are so fast, but that is a throw that you do expect a guy like that caliber, to be able to play a little pitch and catch and make that happen.
Dropping back, it's Sperry. Zings it complete to the right. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Here's a heat. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The Razorbacks heading quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to make magic with his feet. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you can tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
Got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Got it in the middle. It's Peters. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Fires to the big fella. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job recognizing the route defensively there. As soon as that ball was thrown, that defender knew exactly who it was going to, and he was able to make the tackle at the perfect time. No gain on that one.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Unloads to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Peters. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. So the The fourth down call works out for them as they try to keep the momentum going.
Yeah, that play, Reese, is going to give them a lot of confidence. Here they are. They're trying to scrape and claw themselves back into this one and take the lead. They needed that play.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Off play action. Going over the top. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
The offense has plenty of time, and this defense trying to dig in and get one more stop and hang on to this lead. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to throw. It's Sperry. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. The Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. They're working that left side. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And this offense has got to pick their spots, right? Like, you got to use the sideline if you can, get the big plays and get the first downs. Be very smart here down the stretch of this game, maximizing yards, but maximizing time.
Got him downfield. Touchdown, goal! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the fourth quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the move. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Fires to the tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. To the air, it's Hawkins. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on third down.
I'm going to be really curious to watch this offense and see how much faith and trust they have in themselves and the weather, right? Like, it's passing situations, a 2-minute situation. You practice spreading this ball all over the field. Can you do that? Because this is not ideal weather, and you can't make a mistake here.
Oh, they're after him. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only 1 possession on 4th down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Seminoles hope to be able to run out the clock in this final minute. Might be calling a hot route. Trying the left side. He has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Keeps looking downfield. On target to the left. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. You want to talk about building confidence? Coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're going to win. You know you're going to make that play in the big moment that continues to build on week-to-week success. And you look up and you're like, dang, we strung a couple wins together.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.